Get up, you son of a bitch! Cause Punch Drunk loves ya.
Yeah. Keep it light.
Come on.
Get it light.
Let's go. Let's go. Punch Drunk. Boxing, come on.
And I'll see it, and you lay it. Crossovers, spin move, jump shot, J.
Smash that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go, baby.
Let me tell you what I need. I need money, don't need fame. No beef, no 50, no game. I keep it tight. With all my might. You know how I do.
Let's go.
I don't even need no music.
Super chat, super thanks. Donate to the channel. Smash that like button. DJ Camelo, Alex Sensation, Págame la música. Ladies and gentlemen, you already know this is Punch Drunk Boxing, a.k.a. Mr. Shot himself, a.k.a. El Adobo, a.k.a. El Sazón, a.k.a. El Borracho, a.k.a. Café Bustelo, a.k.a. El Pastor de Boxeo. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are this side of heaven. God bless you all. Ladies and gentlemen, breaking news. The 3-division undisputed world champion, 5-division world champion. Pound for pound, 1-2, you can flip it around. Terence Bud Crawford, who just defeated the 4th-division world champion, former super middleweight undisputed, former Canelo, a.k.a. Cartelo, a.k.a. Cashnelo, a.k.a. Payday, a.k.a. get that fuck out of here, man, has retired. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to a wonderful career, epic career of Terence Bud Crawford. Shout out to Terence Bud Crawford. Now, of course, there's going to be people out there that are going to be like, you know what, man, damn, man, yo, for real, man, he could have done more. But every time when somebody retired, we always say they could have done more. When Floyd Mayweather retired, they was like, yo, I wanted to see him fight Keith Thurman, yo. But why he ain't fight Margarito, yo? Yo, boy, he fought Paul Williams, yo. You know what I'm saying? When Mike Tyson retired, they're like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he should have fought Evander Holyfield in his prime. I mean, he never fought David Tua. I mean, he never rematched, you know. When Andre Ward retired, oh, man, he should have. We could have seen the Triple G fight. He retired too young. When Bernard Hopkins retired, he retired too old. When Roy Jones Jr. retired, he's like, man, he stayed too long. He should have retired right after the John Ruiz. We always got a bicker. We always got something that we could just, damn, we wish we would have seen this. Riddick Bowe, we wish we would have seen Riddick Bowe versus Lennox Lewis. Damn, we wish we would have seen Marquez versus Morales. Damn, we wish we would have seen something. You know, I think there's only one person in the history of the sport of boxing that when he beat that guy that was like, we're good if you retire, because that and that's just because he retired multiple times. But when Sugar Ray Leonard beat Hagler, even with that, a lot of people when Hagler retired, when he left Hagler, they felt like he left bittered. Like there should have been a rematch with him and Sugar Ray Leonard. They felt like he left bittered. Shout out to everybody in the chat. If you haven't become a member of Punch Drunk Boxing like my brother Low Nose Boxing and Brian Guzman, become a member to support the damn channel, support the damn movement, support the damn energy, support the damn delivery. Ain't nobody in this boxing platform has more of a delivery and energy like your boy, Mr. Moo Shot himself. If you know it, call him out. Call them out. If you know somebody that got more energy, that Punch Drunk Boxing, a.k.a. Mr. Moo Shot himself, call them out. What channel is that? And I'll match it. What channel is that? And I'll match it. En English and en español. Dime quién tiene la más energía como Punch Drunk Boxing. Dímelo ahora mismito. Dímelo que les rompo la boquita a ellos. Dime. Tell me right now, okay? Nobody pull more energy than Punch Drunk Boxing. You must be crazy. You must be out your mind. If you don't follow the channel, you don't support the channels because you like them. You like low energy. Well, today, Terence Bud Crawford have retired. He has a great career in 135-pound division. Man, he did some great things. He beat Gamboa, bang, boom, moving up, but he beat him up in 140-pound division. Not quite like Danny Swift Garcia in 140, but he made his mark and become undisputed. And then when he went to the 147-pound division, I mean, the PBC guys just ain't want to look at him. They were avoiding him. Yeah, they were avoiding him. But then he stood his ground. He kept on fighting the fight. And then he eventually got Earl Spence. And then he went to the 154-pound division and beat Madrimov. Madrimov, who in the amateurs beat Glenn Baxter, is going to be performing. And then, he beat Canelo Alvarez. We all wanted to see Canelo Alvarez versus David Benavidez. That's what we wanted to see. And Bud Crawford did an incredible job to closing the deal, to humbling the Canelo and the Canelo Alvarez fans for not giving the boxing world what we deserve and what his legacy intended to enhance itself in. That's what y'all like. Let me know that's what y'all like. Because I could tone it down. You know what I'm saying? If you want me to tone it down, damn it, tell me to tone it down. I'll tone it down. I'll tone it down. I don't got, Some of y'all like Joel Osteen, Sapricia, and some other people like TD Jakes. Some people don't like that holler and that energy. LoveGod.com in the business. That first time watching you seem like a very nice guy. Thank you. Thank you. I am a nice guy. Some people may not like, my respectable ways and my gentleman ways, but, I just don't, sometimes I ruffle feathers. Sometimes, I just keep it real to the point where people just don't want to acknowledge the realness. I gotta look it now. Smash that like. All right, folks. Let me start this off right now. I ain't gonna be wasting nobody's damn time. Don't waste my time. I ain't smash that like button like if you was smashing your shorty. Huh? And if you ain't got no shorty to smash, then just at least you got something to smash in the like button. How about that? Huh? Don't give the like button no damn. Said blessing on you. Thank you, Love God. Thank you, LoveGod.com. He sounds like Eddie Hearn. People can't live off Bud name anymore. Go create your own legacy. To be honest, boxing, little boxing. You know what? We're gonna keep it real. We're gonna keep it unbiased, logically, and objectively out here. He said people can't live off Bud name anymore. Go create your own legacy. To be honest, I gotta be honest. I don't think nobody been living off Bud's name. I think that Bud, I'm okay with him retiring. I'm all right. I'm okay. I'm all right. I understand. Long legacy. He's 38 years old, going to be 39 years old. He's done enough to retire. He's done enough. But Bud, and his entire career, never been in the position that he is right now. The issue with Bud Crawford was never that he's not great, that he is not highly accomplished. He has everything. The only issue with Bud Crawford was Bud Crawford himself in terms of character, personality, the brand. Bud Crawford's brand has never been at the height of what it is right now. And he's leaving. I think he's making a mistake. Ladies and gentlemen, when Oscar De La Hoya, when Floyd Mayweather beat Oscar De La Hoya, he could have retired right there. Nothing to prove, really. But of course, we had that little Manny Pacquiao fight lingering around. Icon versus icon. You already know Manny Pacquiao, the 7th Division World Champion. The 8th Division World Champion, 5-time lineal, 12-time World Champion, the ambassador, the senator, the humanitarian, the greatest karaoke singer of them all, the GOAT, Manny Pacquiao. There was always an icon versus icon type of fight, right? Bud Crawford already beat Canelo Alvarez. He beat Canelo Alvarez. But that wasn't really the fight that we was asking for. Am I right or wrong? Of course, look, to be honest, Bud Crawford coming from 147-pound division to 168-pound division, because in my opinion, I feel like, you know what, he came up 3 division up. He struggled with Majamal. Majamal wasn't really all that. But to my opinion, he really truly came 3 division up to face Canelo Alvarez. But we never asked for that fight. We never was fighting for that fight. Us, the boxing world, would never, yo, Bud Crawford better go and fight Canelo Alvarez. We wasn't telling Canelo Alvarez, you better go fight Bud Crawford. It was a fight that Turki Alalshikh, I didn't want to see that fight. I wanted to see my chocolate thunder versus the cinnamon bun. This is my dream. This is my vision. And you will abide by my vision. And we had to submit to Turki Alalshikh's vision. Am I right or wrong, folks? Tell me if I'm lying or telling the truth, damn it. We had to submit to Turki Alalshikh's vision. And guess what? Turki Alalshikh's vision was real. It came through fruition. He manifested his vision. He manifested that Terence Crawford was going to beat Canelo Alvarez. Got to give a lot of credit to Turki Alalshikh. Pons drunk, I told you. You were making fun of me, motherfucker. I told you that bun, my cinnamon, my chocolate thunder would be the cinnamon bun from there, from Ireland. And damn, he was right. I've been eating crow ever since. I've eaten crow sandwiches. I've eaten crow soup. I've eaten expired crow. That's how long I've been eating crow after Bud Crawford beat Canelo Alvarez. Right? Damn it, I think that Bud Crawford is making a mistake. Because, again, I'm not saying that he shouldn't retire. I'm not saying that he hasn't done it all. The only if I want to nitpick Bud Crawford is that he never defended the undisputed world crown. That's it. To be honest, I would like to see a rematch with Canelo Alvarez. Yo. Let's be honest. Stop it, folks. I know y'all. No, it wasn't a close fight. I had a 118, 110, motherfucker. I had it 117, 111, man. I only had Canelo Alvarez winning 2 rounds. Shut the F up. It was not that wide, okay? I think because a lot of people did not see, we give extra credit for the things that we see that we did not expect, right? That's like when we see a massive underdog fighting a massive favorite, and you had no expectations of that underdog, right? And that underdog challenges the favorite. That necessarily beats the favorite, but challenges the favorite. You automatically say, yo, they robbed him. No. It's just that you didn't have no expectations of that massive underdog. I'm not saying that a lot of people didn't have expectations of Bud Crawford, but I know it. I see that. I feel the pulse of the boxing fans. A lot of people did not expect Bud Crawford to go toe-to-toe with Canelo Alvarez, to take his best punches and to dish it out better, to dish it and take it better than Canelo on the toe-to-toe, like in the 9th round, like the 11th round, like in the 12th round. That's the facts. I don't give a damn what you feel, what your prediction was. I don't give a damn if you feel that Bud Crawford was going to win prior to the fight or was going to lose. Nobody in the world of boxing predicted that by the end of the fight, we'll be saying Bud Crawford got a better chin than Canelo Alvarez. No. And any liars want to come out here all of a sudden and trying to act like a genius. I predicted it that way. I said that Bud Crawford go toe-to-toe with Canelo Alvarez, will take his best punches. I want him to go toe-to-toe. Not even Bomac during the fight. You remember Bomac during the fight? Go back to the fight. Bomac, after the 9th round, Bomac told Bud Crawford, we don't need that. Don't do that. Box, we're doing a good job boxing. We do not need that. Even Bomac was afraid for Bud Crawford when he was in the line of fire with Canelo Alvarez. Go back to the fight. That, what Bud Crawford did in the 9th round, what Bud Crawford did in the 9th round, what Bud Crawford did in the 11th and the 12th round, when he went toe-to-toe with Canelo Alvarez, where a lot of people was analyzing that, yo, Bud Crawford just got to move around, use his footwork, stay on the outside, don't sit down with Canelo Alvarez and go toe-to-toe in the middle of the ring. And that's what Bud Crawford did, and that's what ignited the boxing fans. That was surprised the boxing fan. That's why we gave Bud Crawford the ultimate benefit of the doubt during the fight, because he took it, he dished it and took it better than Canelo Alvarez when we went toe-to-toe. That was the fight. The 9th, 11th, and 12th round was the whole fight. In all actuality, it was not too much of first, second, third, 4, 5 rounds. In the end of the day, put it this way, in the 5th round, I believe that Bud Crawford didn't even land a punch. That captivated the imaginations and the emotions of the boxing fans. Bud Crawford going toe-to-toe is what won the hearts of the boxing fans. So by the 12th round, we're like, man, he beat the crap out of him. But if you know, if you look at the whole fight, round by round, it was closer than what people want to admit it was. The only, if I want to nitpick, I would say that Bud Crawford should have defended his undisputed crown. But like I said in the beginning of the live, regardless, any high-profile, elite, great, future Hall of Fame fighter that retires, we always say we wanted something not. We wanted something more. You know what I'm saying? We wanted Canelo. Look. I'm sorry. When Floyd Mayweather beat Manny Pacquiao, you remember there was people that were saying, I think that Mayweather should fight Triple G. You remember? I think he should fight Triple G. People were just desperate to see Floyd Mayweather lose. Right? So at the end of the day, there's always going to be something we can nitpick. But I think that Bud Crawford is making a mistake. I think there's one thing that I'm going to say that is wrong that Bud Crawford said, but I'm going to say, you know what? And I'm just saying respectfully. I think that Bud Crawford is making a mistake because he should do what Floyd Mayweather did. I'm not saying to fight like Floyd Mayweather. I'm saying that Bud Crawford's brand, his name, his brand, Terence Bud Crawford. He's in the magazine of GQ. Ese tigre un feo in the magazine of GQ. Hey, yo, all of a sudden, out of all these years, GQ said, damn, this guy's a good-looking guy. Oh, yo, I'm gonna tell you like this. Bud Crawford is in a position that he's never been in. Out of all these years, ain't no damn GQ magazine wanted to put Bud Crawford in the. He didn't get no brands like lotion brand and fragrance brand. You ain't say, damn, I want to smell like Terence Bud Crawford. I want to look like Terence Bud Crawford. Huh? Let's be real, let's be honest. Hey, yo, men could tell other men to be like, yo, that dude could get a lot of chicks and stuff like that. You could, even men could give props to other men and be like, yo, that dude is well put together. That dude could get chicks, just like girls could be like, oh my God, girl, you look good, you look so beautiful. Oh my God, your body, your dress is Caesar, con los 2 pesos de super chari party K. Me dice, let's go punch. Respect it to Bud Crawford. I respect him, my friend. I respect him. Good looking out. But let's be real, let's be honest. Salvador said, respect it to Bud Crawford, I say. Bud Crawford is in a position where Floyd Mayweather was when he beat Oscar de la Hoya. Floyd Mayweather wanted to retire. But now he's the biggest. Now he's the cash cow. Now he's the face. He got to take advantage of it. See, Bud Crawford now, everywhere he goes, look, we ain't never seen Bud Crawford go somewhere and a bunch of hundreds of fans chasing after him. We ain't never seen that from Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford, you have finally made it. But you now want to leave? Nah. It is your time. You know why? Because Bud Crawford said is the Bud Crawford era. And to be honest, it never been a Bud Crawford era. As much of as an accomplishment that he's earned, it never been a Bud Crawford era. And you know what? I actually agree with what Bill Haney did say a couple years ago. In terms of saying, well, not a couple years ago, a year ago, when he said that Bud Crawford never had the chance to actually have his era because on the come up, remember, it was still Floyd Mayweather. Let's not forget Bud Crawford is 38 years old. So when Bud Crawford was fighting, Floyd Mayweather was fighting. Remember, let's not forget, Bud Crawford is actually a year older than even Keith Thurman, and we even talked about a potential fight with Keith Thurman and Floyd Mayweather. He said, "Leave cinco pesos. Dice, no más chocolate thunder. My chocolate thunder, don't leave me. My chocolate thunder. Hey, yo, you remember leading up to the fight with Canelo Alvarez? And Turki Alalshikh said, promise me you would not leave. And yo, Diablo, ese tigre Bud Crawford mentiroso. Hey, yo, Bud Crawford. Hey, yo, let me tell you like this. Yo, Bud Crawford, he is great, but damn, he's bad being a man of his word, bro. Remember what he told Turki Alalshikh? No, don't worry. Don't retire after this, all right? Don't you retire, all right? Chocolate Thunder, I made everything for you. I set everything up for you. I'd make Canelo Alvarez fight the stupid idiot of a runner and William Scott. Don't you leave. I don't want you to come to my country. I don't want you to be in re-high season. I've given you the opportunity to be king. And I don't want you to wear that crown and come to my kingdom of Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. That is the plan the prince wants. And Bud Crawford said, man, fuck, I'm out of here. Hey, yo, look like Bud Crawford is playing everybody dirty now. The Belt Federation, F you, I'm not paying no sanctioning fees. And now he's saying to Turki Alalshikh, get the hell out of here. I'm not going to go over there to fight for you. Diablo, Bud Crawford. Yo, Bud Crawford, malagradecido. Yo, Bud Crawford's acting like a little bit ungrateful guy, huh? I don't know. You let me know. Let me know if I'm wrong. Bud Crawford acting a little bit ungrateful. Oh, what I'm talking about. Hold on. I'm going to prove it to you. I ain't talking no damn bullshit. Give me a second. Give me a second. Sir, Crawford. Let me see if I find the Crawford promise. Turkey. Not retiring. Let me see if I find the video. Let's see if we find the video. Where's that video when he's working? There you go. Let me see. Because I did a video about it. Let me see if I can hear. Let me see. Coño, those ads, man. Come on, hurry up. I'm trying to show the people something, okay? Let me see. Terence Crawford during his little workout he had in the gym.
No retirement. No retirement.
He said, no retirement. Remember? He said, let's get it. He's looking at Turkey. Remember, he was on the thing. He said, no retirement. All right? No retirement. And Bud Crawford was like this, working out. Remember? He said, let's get it. Bud Crawford saying in his mind, I'm out of here, bro. I'm taking your money, the belts, and the WBC, and I'm telling you, all of y'all to go F yourselves. That's what Bud Crawford just did. Tell him, Luisa, I ain't no liar over here. I ain't no liar. Bud, listen to me, Bud. Yeah, Bud, I know I'm punch on boxing. I know I had Canelo Alvarez whooping you and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I'm just making up a damn prediction. You're great. You're one of the greats. You wanted to lace them up. You're arguably top 10 all time. But this is truly your time. It's your time to be Oscar De La Hoya. It's your time to be Floyd Mayweather. It's your time to be Manny Pacquiao. It's your time to be Mike Tyson. It's your time to be Sugar Ray Leonard. It is your time. You leave right now, and you never gonna have that Bud Crawford era. Floyd Mayweather needed to be Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya needed to be Julio Cesar Chavez. Mike Tyson even had to be Larry Holmes, even though that, yes, Mike Tyson was already a phenom and stuff like that, but he had to take out one of the legends as well. You think it was easy to be Oscar De La Hoya? You think it was easy to be Mike Tyson? You think it was easy to be? No. Oscar De La Hoya had to be Camacho, had to be Pernell Whitaker, had to be Julio Cesar Chavez to move on into his era. And all I'm saying is, Bud Crawford, finally, everybody knows his name. He's no longer Kendrick Lamar when they put the camera on him. They don't make those mistakes no more. They say, this is Bud Crawford here. Am I right or wrong? Just a year ago, they confused Bud for Kendrick Lamar. I ain't lying. They don't confuse Bud Crawford no more. Bud Crawford is in the magazine of Sport Illustrated, magazine of Forbes, magazine of GQ magazine. Ese tigre never was a sex symbol, and now he is so hot that he's a sex symbol. That's when you know you made it, bro. That's when you know you made it. Am I right or wrong? Come on, folks. I ain't lying. High, low. Dímelo con los dos pesos de plátano. Yo, high, low. De verdad. De verdad. I was thinking about you yesterday. I was going through a video. I was editing. I was going through a old video. And I see you in the comment section. Y yo, yo, Jailo, look at that. Ay, Jailo. I look at se metió, ay, Jailo. Huh? And I'm like, damn, I wish she's doing good. I wish his health is good. How's everything, Jailo? Long time, my friend. Te está perdido usted. Salvador says, yo, straight up. Straight up. I'm being honest, right? This is why, remember the video that I did? Shout out to Lada, yo, on point, everything. Good looking now, Appreciate you, brother. Yo, I'm telling you, bro. What I said leading up to the fight, that if Bud Crawford wins, is it good for boxing or not? Now, Bud Crawford only has 2 issues, in my opinion. Just 2 issues that I could nitpick. Just 2 issues. And everybody got issues. I got issues. Everybody got issues. One of the issues is I wanted to see Terence Bud Crawford defend his undisputed world crown. That's one thing. That's the reason why I kept Usyk number 1. I've showed the respect of Bud Crawford of putting him number 1 as well. That's why I say Bud Crawford 1, 2. You can flip it around with him, Alexander Usyk. See, Alexander Usyk said, you know what? I'm going to let y'all know that this wasn't a fluke. I'm going to beat Tyson Fury again. I'm going to let y'all know that it wasn't a fluke. I'm going to beat Anthony Joshua again. I'm going to let y'all know that this ain't a fluke. I am going to beat Daniel Dubois again. I think Bud Crawford should have defended his undisputed crown. But that's nitpicking. He could retire. That's just a little bit of a nitpick. Right? A little bit of a nitpick. And his inactivity. Fighting 1 time a year is not enough to sustain the interest of the sport of boxing if you're the face of boxing. See, let me say it like this. I don't think that Bud Crawford, has quenched the thirst of the boxing fans yet. See, he's not like Oscar De La Hoya. We never begged Oscar De La Hoya to fight the best. Oscar De La Hoya just fought the best. He didn't drag a time. He didn't marinate fights. He didn't build fights for 5 years, and we're begging Oscar De La Hoya, please give us something. No. As much as a victory that it was for Bud Crawford to go to the 168-pound division, what was going to be next? If Bud Crawford could have picked one of those fighters that we've been attaching him to, at least to fight him in a catch weight, because even other greats have done catch weights. Canelo Alvarez has done catch weights. Floyd Mayweather done catch weights. Manny Pacquiao done catch weights. So I wouldn't have no issue with Bud Crawford winning a catch weight with Bruce Ennis, with Virgil Ortiz. See, another thing that Bud Crawford didn't do is fight that young, hungry lion. Canelo Alvarez did it. Not necessarily David Benavidez, but he did give the likes of even Jaime Munguia an opportunity. Edgar Berlanga opportunity. I know they're not the guys, they're not David Benavidez, but at the end of the day, he gave those young up an opportunity. Floyd Mayweather gave Canelo Alvarez an opportunity, gave Victor Ortiz an opportunity after Victor Ortiz beat Andre Berto. You understand? Bud never gave us that passing of the torch type of fight. It was all about what Bud wanted to accomplish. And I understand it because Bud feel like he never got his just due. But now was your time. Now you in the top. Now you have to do what Floyd Mayweather did. See, Floyd Mayweather locked in a 7-fight, 6 to 7-fight deal at the age of 36 with Showtime, remember? Because now he is finally the guy. Now Bud Crawford is in power position. Now he could demand his 30 guaranteed million, 40 guaranteed million. I'm Bud Crawford. He's out there every day. He's out there. He's doing commercials. He's going to events. He did the things that he should have done when he was a top rank. But now everybody knows who Bud Crawford is. And now at that height, you go. I think he's making a mistake. I think he's leaving a lot of money on the table. And the thing is, the potential fights that he has are highly winnable. Bud Crawford, he said he got nothing left to prove. I don't think he got nothing left to prove. The only thing I feel like he got something to prove is what he says. Is this the Bud Crawford era? And I'm going to say this, folks. Now that Bud Crawford has retired, there you go. Bud Crawford said, walking away as a great with nothing else left to prove. That's Bud Crawford. Hashtag pound for pound #1. Hashtag 3-time undisputed. Hashtag 5-division world champion. Hashtag full-time lineal champion. Hashtag Boxing Writers Association Fighter of the Year. 2 times ESPY award winner. The accomplishment, ladies and gentlemen. You know it. Terence Crawford, 5 weight world champion, belt collection from historic boxing career, ring WBO lightweight, ring WBA, WBC, IBF, WBO super lightweight. Let me take this thing out of the way so we can see a little bit more. Let me take this thing out of the way. Ring WBA, WBC, IBF, WBO welterweight, WBA super welterweight, ring WBA, WBC, IBF, WBO super middleweight. Damn, golly, he got more gold than Mr. T on his neck. Holy moly guacamole. Right? Give me a set. Holy moly guacamole. Smash that like, baby. Smash that like. Y'all believe the retirement straight out of the TO playbook, payday coming. Schofield said, do I believe the retirement? No. Not all the way. I give him the 80% just because of his age. Just because of his age. But I seen this playbook. Mike Tyson played this playbook. Roy Jones Jr. played this playbook. Oscar De La Hoya played this playbook. Sugar Ray Leonard played this playbook. Floyd Mayweather played this playbook. Teofimo Lopez played this playbook. Even Shakur Stevenson, remember Shakur Stevenson said, I retired. He played this playbook. But a lot of greats have played this playbook. They have gone to post-fight interviews and say, you know, this is probably going to be my last fight. I'm going to retire. Maybe that was a sell a fight. But for Bud, I do believe that when he said it, you know, he got nothing left to prove. He truly has nothing left to prove. But he could. But he's leaving at the height of his name. He's leaving at the height of his brand. Now, look, he's made a lot of, you know, investments, right? That he doesn't need to fight. But Canelo Alvarez didn't need to fight as well. Floyd Mayweather didn't need to fight as well. They had nothing to prove. To be honest, Canelo Alvarez had nothing to prove prior to the Bud Crawford fight. Even though that we wanted to see David Benavidez, but let's not forget that David Benavidez only won a world title. But David Benavidez don't have this accomplishments that it was like an icon versus icon. It wasn't a Canelo versus David Benavidez was nothing like a Mayweather versus Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao. Like icon versus icon, 5-division world champion versus 7-division world champion, 8-division world champion, right? It wasn't that. It wasn't first battle Hall of Famer versus first battle Hall of Famer. David Benavidez is not even a future Hall of Fame currently right now. Right? So truly, Canelo Alvarez has nothing to prove. A lot of people have nothing to prove. But I think that Bud Crawford now is at the height of his name, his recognition, his respect, that he could truly be the face of boxing because he never was. As much as he's accomplished, he never was the face. Bud Crawford was always a second-tier superstar. I'm not talking about an accomplishment. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer, but he was not. Remember, he was not even the A side to Earl the True Spence. This is more like Paul Pierce. Oh, Tim Bayless said with a $2 super chat. You know what? I got that feeling, bro. Yo, Tim Bayless, I'm not lying. People are gonna say that I'm a hater. I got that feeling as well. I don't see this retirement like Michael Jordan retired. I don't see this retirement like Kobe. I don't see this retirement like Tom Brady. I don't see this retirement like Wayne Gretzky. I don't see this. I see this retirement like Tim Duncan, 4-time champion, one of the greatest, or probably the greatest power forward. I find this retirement like Tim Duncan, Dirk Nowitzki, Paul Pierce. Who else? All right, put it this way. How about, not even, I can't even say that. See, let me see it like this. Hey, yo, bro. It's true. I don't see it, but it could be that. It could be that. In the end of the day, that win versus Canelo is ultimate. It's ultimate. The performance was not breathtaking. It's not like the Canelo versus Bud Crawford is not a fight that I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go watch it again. In 5 years, I might forget about that fight. It wasn't all that. The accomplishment and the win was all that. But I don't think if Bud Crawford retires now, like I don't feel it. I don't feel I just don't feel it. Do you feel it? Do y'all guys feel it? This retirement is like, but you know what? Most of the retirements in the sport of boxing, they never end in the high though. Good looking now. Say Caesar gifted 1 Punch 1 Boxing membership. Good looking now. Adding more members to the club. I appreciate that, my brother. Right, folks? Let's be real. Let's be honest. That Bud has the opportunity to become a 4-division undisputed world champion, but they would rather he defend or rematch Cinnamon. Look, I would like to. I could see him fighting Lara, and to be honest, Lara will be a good name in his resume because a lot of people do feel that Lara beat Canelo. So I know that Bud beat Canelo, but even adding Lara in his resume will be more attractive. And he will be a 6th division world champion, tying Oscar De La Hoya as well. Like it could, Bud Crawford could do what Floyd Mayweather did and add 6 more fights. Remember, Floyd Mayweather and Bud Crawford maybe had the same type of damage. Yeah, he's 38, but he doesn't have a lot of damage in his career. Of course, camp and sparring and all of that. But let's be real, let's be honest. He got all his faculties. God bless him. Probably trying to keep that all good. But Floyd Mayweather locked in a lucrative deal at the age of 36 and still managed. He got a taste of Mayweather era. I think that Bud Crawford is probably making a mistake. Or maybe Bud Crawford is doing the I retire thing to see the interest, to see how much money he can make if he says, I'm willing to return if you give me this. If you give Bud Crawford, and I said this a long time ago, give Bud Crawford a $500 million deal. 7 fights, 6 fights. Maybe. And then you got at 160, Virgil Ortiz on the list, Boots Ennis on the list, Charlo on the list. See, these are fights I still want to see. Give me Jamel Charlo and Jamar Charlo. Give me Virgil Ortiz, Boots Ennis. Give me Lara. Yo, there's more fights out there. Give me the winner of Fundura and Keith Thurman. That's 6 right there. Bud Crawford could make way more money. And look, and put it this way, guess what? Bud Crawford may be the favorite out of all those fights. That's it. You already got the accomplishment. The accomplishment don't go away. Punch. Gotta unify. Look at no. Forget about the unify and all that stuff. Forget about it. Bud Crawford don't care about the belts no more. But we care about the fights. We don't care about, let's be honest. There's certain fights that we don't care about the belts. I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna show y'all that we do not give a damn about the belts. Sometimes we cry and bitch about belts, but in certain fights, we don't care about the belts. You want me to prove it to you right now? Bud don't got nothing left to prove. He don't. Retire after Victor Conte dies. Ay. Good looking out with the $2 super chat, my brother. I'm going to prove it to y'all. What's the number one fight at 154-pound division? What's the number one fight at 154-pound division, ladies and gentlemen? Give me the answer. Let's see if belts truly matter to y'all. What's the number one fight at 154? What's the most lucrative, most entertaining fight? Virgil versus who? Virgil versus Boots, in my opinion. What y'all think? What's the fight that we've been talking about? Since Virgil knocked out Erickson Lubin and Boots knocked out the Brian said Boots versus Ortiz. Boots versus Ortiz. That's the fight that everybody's talking about. That's the fight that's the massive fight. That's the fight that Eddie Hearn, Matchroom Boxing, the Zone wants. That's the fight. That's the fight at 154 that's ringing the most bells. No belts. If you ask who's the best, put it this way, Ring Magazine rankings got Virgil Ortiz as number 1. He got no belt. If you argue who got the best skill set at 154 that a lot of people feel, they say Boots Ennis. Boots Ennis and Virgil Ortiz is the number 1 fighter at 154-pound division. No belts. No belts. Let's stop faking the funk. We care about the belts when we want to win an argument and stuff like that, and then when we be playing games in the boxing community. If it was up to us, right? And the vote is what's going to count. Do you want to see Canelo Alvarez fight William Skull to become undisputed again? Or did you want to see Canelo Alvarez versus David Benavidez? If we could have that situation right back again. If we could have that situation again. Canelo Alvarez, you fight William Skull to become undisputed again, or you fight your mandatory in David Benavidez. What you want? Let me see if y'all care about belts. Let me see if y'all truly care about belts. Who y'all want? Huh? Do you want to see let me see. He said Ralph said Skull. Crawford versus Benavidez next at 175. Nah, that's too much. That's too much. That's asking for too much. Bud has an opportunity to have his Mayweather run. And by him retiring, I got to say, I don't want to be a party pooper. This is all respect. We never got the Bud Crawford era. One win versus Canelo Alvarez doesn't get you the Bud Crawford era. The Bud Crawford era is when you beat and you did Canelo Alvarez, you do something great, and now we see your era. Now you're the face of boxing. Ladies and gentlemen, let's be real, let's be honest. I know y'all gonna hate what I'm about to say right now. But Gervonta Tank Davis has been more of the face of boxing than a Bud Crawford. I'm not saying that Tank was the face of boxing. I'm saying that Gervonta Tank Davis was more of a face of boxing than Terence Bud Crawford. I know y'all gonna hate what I'm, but if those who understand what I'm saying, those who truly understand what that statement entails, you understand what I'm trying to say. Bud Crawford was not the A-side versus Earl Spence. Bud Crawford was not the A-side versus Canelo Alvarez. Just like Floyd Mayweather was not the A-side versus Floyd Mayweather. But I'm sorry, that Floyd Mayweather was not the A-side after before the Oscar De La Hoya fight. But after he beat Oscar De La Hoya, he was never B-side ever again. And Bud Crawford, after Canelo Alvarez, would never be the B-side ever again. But we don't know. How could it be the Bud Crawford era if you was not even the A-side versus Canelo or even Earl Spence? But this is your time now. This is your time. All the time. Oh, people didn't get respect. They say I couldn't sell. They couldn't sell. No. Wait a minute, Bud Crawford. Show us that you could sell without a Canelo Alvarez right now. There's certain things that we want to see. We can't say it's a Bud Crawford era when it's never been an era, but now is the opportunity. Now, for sure, we're heading into the Bud Crawford era. But guess what? Ladies and gentlemen, we got a huge fight January 31st. And now that Bud Crawford retires, the winner of Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson is the #1 pound for pound and the face of boxing. Yep. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Ladies and gentlemen, now that Bud Crawford has retired, the winner of Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson is the face of boxing. We heading into the new era. The new era starts right now. The takeover of all takeovers starts right now. 2026, January 31st. The winner of Teo versus Shakur is the pound for pound #1, the face of boxing, the king of North America. Ralph said, Usyk #1. With this victory, I say the winner of this victory is pound for pound #1. If Shakur beats Teo, if Teo beats Shakur, and his resumes have Shakur Stevenson, Josh Taylor, Lomachenko at the prime of their career where they was pound for pound, haven't been done in the past 30 to 40 years in which a guy beat the pound for pound at the time. Tell me the best 3 wins in the last... Let me stuck him. Tell me the last 3 wins, the best trio wins in the past 5-10 years. I say Bivol got Canelo, Zuldo Ramirez, and Beterbiev. Usyk got AJ Fury and Danny Dubois. Teofimo Lopez going to have Vasily Lomachenko, Josh Taylor, and Shakur Stevenson. I don't give a damn what anybody say. I don't give a damn. Call me fanboy. Call me all the fanboy shit that you could think of, all the fruity cake, all the stuff like that. When Teofimo Lopez beat Shakur Stevenson January 31st, he is the pound for pound #1. I'm tired of the disrespect. I'm tired of the devaluing. When Teofimo Lopez beat Shakur Stevenson, he is pound for pound #1, the takeover, the captain of the generation, the commander-in-chief. I don't give a damn what y'all say. I don't care. His resume will be the best of the era. Ladies and gentlemen, in my opinion, it would be a better resume than even Bud Crawford himself. Chino said, man, I don't know what they're going to give Teo his flowers. When Teo beat Shakur Stevenson January 31st, Madison Square Garden, New York City, my city. I don't want to hear no slander of Teofimo Lopez ever again. I don't want to hear no slanders of Teofimo Lopez ever again. I hear one slander, you're blocked out of my channel. I don't want to see that toxic bullshit. You kiss thy mother effing feet. Underdog again? I don't care. I lose a subscriber, but I'll gain another one. I'll gain a real one. Fuck disagreeing. Oh, I don't got to agree with everything you say. No, you got to come correct. Be real with me. Hell no nothing. Hell no nothing. Teofimo Lopez beat Shakur Stevenson. He's pound for pound number one, motherfucker. And Shakur beats Teo. He's the king. He the king. I always say that. I don't think that nobody beats Shakur Stevenson but Teo. Shakur is daring to be great, but Shakur is the favorite. No. It's time that we bring some legitimate respect. We could clown, we could joke around, and stuff like that when we come to when we were talking about these boxers and shit like that and make content out of something and whatever. But yo, we gotta sing the same tune sometime. We gotta sound like real hardcore boxing fans at some point. We can't be so divided. We can't be like, oh man, this guy ain't shit. Man, this guy's good. Come on, man. You could be like, man, I don't like the person. I don't like the way that he promotes. I don't like the way that he talk. I don't like the way that his breath stinks. So something you can say all that shit when it comes to when in the ring and the accomplishments. Now that Terence Crawford has retired, the winner of this, we are now into the new generation, especially in North America. I'm not gonna say worldwide yet because we still got Usyk, we still got Naoya Inoue, but in North America, because let's be real, let's be honest, Bud Crawford beating Canelo Alvarez shut that down. I don't even see Canelo Alvarez fans in my channel no more. Hey, yo, put it this way. The Bud Crawford beating Canelo Alvarez. Yo, I don't even see Canelo Alvarez fans in my channel no more. People that used to support, they all vanished. They all disappeared. It's almost like when Mayweather beat Manny Pacquiao, or when Manny Pacquiao retires, the whole nation of the Philippines leaves YouTube. Y'all remember? After the Ugas fight, Manny Pacquiao, I'm gonna say it like this: in YouTube, the Philippines had a strong community. Manny Pacquiao community. People, there was channels that had 200K subscribers. You could build your channel off Manny Pacquiao. Once Manny Pacquiao retired, the whole nation of Philippine boxing retired, bro. Canelo disappear, everybody else disappears. Bud Crawford shut down the Canelo Alvarez nation. Shut it down. I'll be honest, I'm a boxing content creator. I know what the F I'm talking about. Of course, he's going to retire. He was fake all along, never defended Undisputed, never earned Undisputed. Damn, humble. Damn, you taking everything away from Bud Crawford, man. You sound bitter, bro. Nah, there's a lot of, no. There's a lot of Mexican fighters. There's a lot of Mexican fans. I'm talking about the Canelo Alvarez nation. The Canelo Alvarez nation. Caesar! Good looking out, brother. Said gifted 5 Punch Strong members, man. I appreciate you, man. You elevated the channel. I appreciate you, my brother. Shout out to Caesar. Shout out to my brother. Queso! Wherever you at, man. My praise is with you still, man, all the time. My praise is with you, with your niece as well. Hope that abdominal surgery went well and she's healing well. Good looking out. Shout out to Charles Edward. Queso! Him and his family and stuff like that. Got my praise still with you, my brother. Wherever you at. Mr. Toxic says, you right. Appreciate everybody that showed the love, that showed love to the channel and contributes to the channel and donate, man. I appreciate y'all, man. So what's going to happen to Bomac? Did he retire as well with Bud? I don't know. I mean, Bomac, they got a gym. They got a gym. Fight Fury Films con los 20 pesos. Super chat. Tio would not let Crawford retire. Oh, he got it. So then Teofimo Lopez got to beat Shakur Stevenson and talk and tell Bud Crawford come out of retirement. But the thing is that Bud Crawford went all the way to 168. If Bud Crawford was still at 154, it was realistic there with a victory. You know what I'm saying? But he's at 168. That's just too. Thank you. That's just too. I don't know. Too much of a mountain to climb. Good looking out, Fight Fury Films. How's everything doing, man? How you doing, Fight Fury Films, man? What's up? What's good, man? What you feel about the retirement of Bud Crawford? Yo, everybody in the chat, to be honest, what y'all truly feel about the retirement of Bud Crawford? Did y'all do y'all feel like it was Michael Jordan, Utah? You know what I'm saying? Russell, get out the way. Boom, Michael Jordan retires. Oh my God, the world of sports. Yo, I'm gonna tell you like this. It doesn't even feel like when Derek Jeter retired, bro. Hey, yo, put it this way. It don't even feel like when John Cena retired, bro. John Cena just retired the other day. Do you feel the retirement? Do you feel like, damn, the celebration of the retirement? Yo, my God, we lost, man. You know what it is? Is that, I'm going to be honest. Bud Crawford inactivity didn't make me miss him. That's what it is. I'll tell you this, if Canelo would have retired after the Berlanga fight, I would have, damn. I'm just saying that Bud Crawford's inactivity never made me yearn nor miss him. And that's what I mean about these inactivities. I don't know when Bud Crawford was going to step back in the ring. Was anybody truly looking forward? Anybody looking, yo, when is Bud going to fight again? No, we was talking about Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez. We talking about, yo, Boots and Virgil. You know what I'm saying? We was if Canelo Alvarez said that, and even Eddie Reynoso stated that Canelo Alvarez is going to be turned back in the ring next September. We didn't know when Bud Crawford was going to step back in the ring. Chino, look what Chino said. It feels like a regular day to me. I feel like that. To be honest, I'm doing the live because it's Bud Crawford and he retires, and I know that we should acknowledge that this is a great fighter retiring in his heyday. I mean, in the top of his game. I just don't feel it. It's just, I don't know. Is it me? Is it me? Are my feelings right? I think he should. Michael Smith said I think he should run it back. I think that he should defend his undisputed crown. Ralph said, what is missing in your opinion? What is missing, like the feeling, or what is missing about Bud Crawford? I think that I did a video about this, and I said that I understand Bud Crawford going to 168 and beating Canelo, but the longevity of Bud Crawford would be if he would have stood at 154, because a lot of fights that we want to see Bud Crawford in is at 154. If he goes out there and beat Canelo, then that's it. I knew it was going to be like this. Look. Let me see if I can find the video. Let me see if I can find the video, because I talked about this, and a lot of people thought I was hating. No, when I said Bud Crawford beats Canelo Alvarez, what's next? Y'all not gonna respect Bud versus Demetrius Andre, right? Every time I talk about that fight, everybody talks shit to me. Y'all don't respect Jamar Charlo. Kalen Platt lost to Resendi. Y'all don't respect Berlanga. There was nothing left for Bud. But at 154. He struggled with Mazurov. There is Virgil. There is Boost. There's the winner for Fundura versus Sturman. There is fights. There is fights that we was asking for to watch. There is Jamel Charlo. There are 4 to 5 fights that we was asking, that we've been wanting to see Bud move into 154, because we truly never asked for the Canelo Alvarez fight. We didn't ask for it. So it's almost like a cherry on top. Thank you for giving us this, but it's not really what I asked for. And you know what it is? I always say that boxing translates to life itself, but you truly don't appreciate things that's given to you when you never asked for it, right? Like, you appreciate it, you know what I'm saying? But when you don't ask for it and go for it, sometimes you don't appreciate it as much, right? Surprises, yes, and stuff like that. Yeah, surprises, yeah. Crawford should have fought Benavidez instead of Canelo. If the belts don't matter, that's the fight that people want. Auntie with the $5 super chat. Good looking out, bruv. He said those 50 millions changed Bud's life. That's what happened. Yeah, and you know what? It didn't change Canelo. It didn't change Floyd Mayweather. It didn't change Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya didn't have to fight Bernard Hopkins. Oscar De La Hoya, let me say it like this. Oscar De La Hoya didn't have to fight Bernard Hopkins. Oscar De La Hoya didn't even have to come back from 160 to 147, weigh in at 145 to face Manny Pacquiao. He didn't have to do that. Oscar De La Hoya didn't even have to fight Floyd Mayweather at 154. He didn't have to do that. I think that that's what's special about these guys, that they hit a mark where people get to questioning and not understanding why you still do it. Maybe Bud Crawford got that 50 million, beat Canelo, ain't nothing to prove. I don't know. He said, dude beat Canelo. I can see why he would retire. He took down Debo on the block. I don't think that people consider Canelo Alvarez Debo at the time. People consider David Benavidez Debo. They didn't consider Canelo Alvarez Debo at the time. Fight Fury failed with the $10 super chat. Good looking out said, truth be told, fighters need to take advantage of the opportunity that Turkey is providing when it comes to pay. Where else can you get that amount of money Turkey is paying? I think that, you know what? I think that Turkey is going to, I'm going to say it right here, I'm going to say it right now. He's going to give the keys to Dana White, and Turkey is going to leave the sport of boxing in no time. It's going to come, bro. I think that the Americans have been mal agradecidos to Turki Alalshikh. I think they've been ungrateful. Turki Alalshikh, because think about it. Think about this. Turki Alalshikh came into the sport of boxing, and and the investment that Turkey has for boxing was for him to bring that entertainment value to Riyadh. They're building an entertainment town. They want Riyadh to be like Las Vegas. That's what they got their money in all these sports. That's the reason why they bring in all these comedians and stuff like that. They bring in the entertainment. They bring in Las Vegas to Riyadh season. The end of the bargain for Terence Bud Crawford is not money, because Turkey got the money. The investment is to bring Bud Crawford back to Riyadh season after beating Canelo Alvarez and being the best face of boxing. And guess what Bud Crawford does? He retires. Turki Alalshikh told him when he was working out, you better not retire. Don't retire. Why am I doing all these investments? It's to bring you here. Let me tell you like this, ladies and gentlemen. Turkey truly didn't want this fight to be in Las Vegas, the Canelo Alvarez and stuff. Canelo Alvarez said, this is a Vegas fight. Remember when he was in the golf course? This is a Vegas fight. I'm not fighting anywhere but Vegas. I'm not fighting anywhere but Vegas. If these guys are Turkey understood something. And boxing, you truly, when you got free agent boxers, you really can't control them. Why you think that Turki Alalshikh told Bud Crawford you better not retire leading up to the Canelo Alvarez fight? If y'all don't understand what I'm trying to say, why you think that? Ladies and gentlemen, where was Canelo Alvarez going to fight his next fight? What was the 3-fight? What was the 4-fight deal? What was the 4-fight deal for Canelo Alvarez? Y'all forgot? Gotta bring the receipts. I gotta bring the receipts, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta bring the receipts. I gotta bring the receipts. I gotta bring the receipts. Give me a second. Hold on. Yo, I do so much videos. Hold on. Where's the deal that Canelo would be fighting? A 4-fight deal, 1 fight in Vegas, but the 3 fights will be in Saudi Arabia. Let me see if I find the picture. Yo, I've done so much videos. Woo. Okay, when I Google Canelo, blah, blah, blah. Damn, where's the... Boom. There you go. There you go. Remember I did this video? Fight in Riyadh in May. Big fight in Las Vegas with Terence Bud Crawford. September. Fight in Riyadh season in February. Fight in December, in October 2026. That was the deal. That was the deal for Canelo Alvarez, meaning that Canelo Alvarez is never going to return to America to fight. The reason why he has that contract February 2026 with Canelo Alvarez, that was if Canelo Alvarez beats Terence Bud Crawford, he goes back to Riyadh season. But that's what Bud Crawford, but what Turki Alalshikh wants from Bud Crawford. But he retires. All that investment that he made to put Bud Crawford in the position to earn what he earned, and now is to bring back that star. And Bud Crawford retires. He did Turkey dirty, and he did the WBC dirty. What y'all feel about that? Good looking out, MC. What I'm saying, Bud waiting out for that big. I think so too. I'm not saying that 100%. I'm not saying 100% that I think that this is a good tactic by Bud Crawford as well. I don't believe it 100% that he's going to retire. I don't believe it 100%. Because if Bud Crawford truly cares about the business and look, and he's a very smart businessman and stuff like that, I've seen this play by a lot of great fighters. They mention retirement to see what's in the pot, to see how much you really, really want it, how much they're going to throw money at him. Floyd Mayweather played that card. Oscar De La Hoya played that card. Mike Tyson played that card. A lot of people, a lot of great fighters. Hey, Muhammad Ali played that card. Muhammad Ali used to say, I'm going to retire and stuff like that. He's using the male tactic when he does to the women that is weak. You tell your woman, hey, yo, woman, I'm out of here, man. I'm at the house. I said I don't want to be with you and stuff like that. You don't want to, I don't want to be here. I think I'm just not happy at the moment, or I'm just, I want more out of life. Don't leave me out. Why? No, baby, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you good, but I just want more out of life. I'm just not in I feel like I'm being held back, and I just want to, you beautiful, you cool and stuff like that. But baby, I don't want to be in a situation. But why? You know what I'm saying? I'll do anything for you. I do anything. Right? Hey, yo, but Crawford just using the same tactic that many of men have used when we breaking up with the chick, just to let that woman know, to give her some more loving, to give him la mamada more, to clean the house better and stuff like that, cook more and shit like that, right? Us men be playing that shit. No, baby, I'm leaving and stuff like that. That's it. No. It's, you good. And you know what line that when you breaking up with a chick, what's the line? What's the famous line that a lot of people been playing? I just think that, I think you too good for me. Nah, baby. The thing is that you too good for me. I'm not, trying to make you feel lower so she could be, no, don't worry. Like if she's not making a mistake to letting me go, right? No, but I love you. You know what I'm saying? Like I love you. I need you in my life. What you want me to do? What you want me to do? You got your whole stuff. You're about to leave out the house. Stop. Like, for real, I feel like I'm gonna die. I can't live with myself. Like, what I did. Baby, you ain't doing nothing. All I'm saying, I feel like you could do better than me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not where I want to be in life, and I just want to elevate my life in a certain. And I just need time for myself. But what I do, for real, I give you the space that you want. I give you the space that you want. I cook whatever you want me to cook. For real, like for real. You don't even gotta work. You can stay home and I'll work and I'll bring the bread, and you could go out there and you try to be the best. When you're an entrepreneur, I got your back. Baby, that's all good. I'm not like that. I'm not a person that, I'm saying, like, I gotta work. I don't want no woman taking care of me and stuff like that. Like, I ain't that type of dude. I feel like you know what I'm saying? You could do better. I don't want to hold you back. You're not holding me back. You're not holding me back. I love you. I love you for real. Like, I suck your dick every night and I'll fuck you and all that shit. Hey, yo, the men know what I'm talking about, right? In the channel? Yo, the men know what I'm talking about, right? Almost every man have been in that situation, right? And you're sitting in your mind like, yeah, goddamn it, get your act right. Get your fucking act right. You know when that breakup, and then the next day, what's the next day? Man, they treat you like you've never been cheated before, man. You walking with a good dinner in the house is clean and shit like that. Everything is good, man. She talking to you good. She talking to you the utmost respect. She ain't even talking back and stuff like that. Matter of fact, she's telling the kids to shh, yo, dad, shh. Like, she's so good. She's so great. Oh man, the house is smelling like pine saw and meat grease. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. And that's the tactic that you look, folks. I always say that boxing translates to life itself. How many times I do say that boxing translates to life itself? We all play the card that Bud is playing. Act like all right. Oh, I'm not worth this. I'm out. Yes, you. Because back before is, I could get what, what I'm saying. You lucky that I could get, every time I step out, any man be looking at me and shit like that. I could get, but you know what? Go. You better off. I think you'll do better. No. Stop. I don't want to start all over. Like, for real, we got something special. What I'm gonna tell my family and shit like that, for real. All right. Okay, I'll stay. But for real, this is gonna be the last time, right? Come on, baby. All right. About time you do it, but about time you don't scrape those teeth. Now you do it. I'm just playing. I'm just playing around. I'm just playing around. Hey yo, this is a Christian show. I'm just playing around. There's gonna be girls in the chat gonna be like, oh my God, I thought that punch was a cool motherfucker. Look at him. He's a dirty motherfucker, just like the rest of them. They say that makeup sex is the best sex, right? Right? That's what they say. Why? Because the makeup sex is in the insurance policy, is the let me remind you what you could have lost, right? Same thing for men, right? When the men get that makeup love, man, because sometimes, you know what I'm saying, men and women, we get too complacent. We get too used to each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we're gonna go to sleep. Here's the missionary. Yeah, whatever. I know how to make myself come. She know how to make herself come, blah, blah. We go fall asleep. It gets too, gotta keep the surprise. But when that makeup love, you start picking her up again, doing the baby boy, you pick it up at the shoulder, you do with everything, bruh. You busting 3 nuts now. Sometimes you got to give that insurance, that security love making. Remind her who you are. And sometimes you need to do it to you. Remind you who she is. You know what I'm saying? We just talking about punch, man. This ain't boxing. I always say that boxing translates to life itself, damn it. So Bud Crawford is using the tactic. He's running the game. Yes, he's using that tactic because he knows that Turki Alalshikh, he look at Bud Crawford like Chocolate Thunder. Chocolate Thunder, you gonna retire? Or nothing I've done for you, motherfucker? You going to retire? I gave you Madrimov. I gave you a stadium fight, motherfucker. I gave you Eminem. Remember Eminem? Do you know how difficult it is to bring Eminem? Nas drop an album. Nasir Jones drop an album. And Nas told Eminem, would he do a song called Daughter with him? And Eminem said, no. I got Eminem to sing in your fight with Madrimov. I did that, Chocolate Thunder. I'd give you Canelo Alvarez. I couldn't get Canelo to David Benavidez. I'd had their money, and I gave it to you, Chocolate Thunder. I gave it to you, Chocolate Thunder. All I want you to do is come to my country. Come to my country to see the greatness. So the prince who has given me all this money to see how it was invested, and now you're going to walk away from me, Chocolate Thunder. You motherfucker, don't you walk away from me, Chocolate Thunder. I made you, Chocolate Thunder. I made you, Chocolate Thunder. Yeah. I say I'm not a Bud fan, but I respect him beating Earl, then taking out Canelo. Got lucky Turki and Canelo gave him all the opportunity he never deserved. Ooh. Got lucky Turki and Canelo gave him an opportunity he never deserved. And Bud Crawford turned around and say, F you. I'm not going to fight in Saudi Arabia, and I ain't going to pay the sanctioning fees to none of you motherfuckers. Yo, Bud Crawford malo. Yo, Bud Crawford. I don't know whether to call it gangster or call it ungrateful, bro. Or calling it boxing. If y'all familiar with the channel, I always say that boxing is the wild, wild west. He said, welcome to the era of Jerome. Welcome to the era of the Jerome Boots Ennis. Jerome Boots Ennis just finished fighting Lima. Limonada. Huh? Mírate tigre, viene aquí, mírate tigre. They can welcome to the era of Jerome Boots Ennis. Jerome Boots Ennis just fought Limonada. Okay? Welcome to the era of the winner of Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson. Mírate tigre, viene que con Limonada. He's going to take over fighting Limonada. And I'm a Jerome Boots Ennis fan as well. But he got a lot of work to do, bro. He got a lot of work to do. Jerome Boots Ennis haven't even put half of the work that Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson has put in. It's not the Boots Ennis. And Boots Ennis is the same age. And Boots Ennis became a professional first than these guys. No, it's not. No, it's not. Welcome to Jerome Boots' era. Mírate tigre. Come on, man. He fought Limonada, Karen Chimichurri, Limonada, Karen Chimichurri twice. Stanionis out for 2 years. They can boost Ennis era. Dick's Kid Management. Talk to us. Villanueva, Fernandito Villalona. Mira, look. Hey, my brother, no. Keep it real with us. Keep it real, because this is the boxing community right here. He said, welcome to the era of Jerome Boots Ennis. Get every era of Jerome Boots Ennis. As a tigre, he fought Limonada, Karen Chimichurri twice. Stanionis. We don't even know how Stanionis. We can't even pronounce his first name. Who else? Fernandito Villalona. That's the Boots era. That's what we working with right now. Castillo Clayton. Hey, that's the Boots era. I've been a fan. I'm a supporter of Jerome Boots Ennis, but he's a late bloomer, bro. Gotta pick it up. And he declined to fight Virgil Ortiz, and he declined to fight Teofimo Lopez. I got nothing nice other than what his skill set. I got nothing nice to say. Because Punch Drunk Boxing been pumping Jerome Boots Ennis since day one. And he's not making me look smart. Not of yet. DK Jerome Boots Ennis. We have Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson. And this guy gonna come to get this the Boots Ennis era. So what these guys? Matter of fact, hey yo, Tio and Shakur, forget about fighting each other. Hey yo, Shakur, you go fight Limonada, and Teofimo Lopez go fight Karen Chimichurri. He said, Punch, take a look of Marco Verde. They say he will be Canelo's successor. He's a silver medal 2024 Paris Olympian, already fought. Hey, yo, check out my favorite fighter, one of my favorite fighters in the amateurs. Yeah, I already know I fought all the amateurs. Gleb Bakshi. He's going to be in the ring again. I say that right now, Gleb Bakshi will be any middleweight right now. Gleb Bakshi will be any middleweight right now. Go check out Gleb Bakshi. Gonna be fighting very, very soon. Gleb Bakshi. My prospect fighters, that I like. Gleb Bakshi, Emiliano Vargas, and I think now he's gonna be a contender now, right? Spider Suleiman. Who else? Is Kid Austin a contender now? I mean, he beat an former world champion, so we could say now he's a contender, right? Even though that he was up in the rankings, but now we could say that he's a contender now, right? Boots is I want to see who Kid Austin gonna face next. You heard what Kid Austin's dad. I seen the interview a snippet on Twitter that he said that if they want to fight Abdullah Mason, that they gotta offer them $10 million, $10.5 million, something like that, right? Joan Santana, Henry Cedeño Martinez is gonna be performing January 10th in the undercard of Matias versus Smith. Henry Cedeño La Bazooka Martinez is going to be facing Santiago on the co of, I don't know if it's going to be the co-main event, but on the undercard. That's going to be a good fight. Shout out to Henry La Bazooka Cedeño Martinez. Who else? And I gotta get it. Yeah, I'm gonna have an interview with him very, very soon. For me, Ben Whitaker is in contentions. I would have liked to see the Ben Whitaker and Buatsi. I think they shut that fight down. Kid has to fight Shakur still to be there. To me, that duck move wasn't exactly. I mean, I like Kid Austin as a fighter, bro. you know, I understand that the way that the you know, people are turned on by the father. Some people appreciate the father because at the end of the day, fatherhood is prominent in the sport of boxing, and fathers putting their son in position to success and be a millionaire and stuff like that is still a beautiful thing. I think that it's just certain things. Like, I understand trash talks, but it's just certain things that is like, huh? Like, it's certain things that be like, man, you just talking shit. But I think that Shakur and they robbed Shakur had people massaging my son, and the DEA and the cops came and they pinching the wheels, and they broke the passports. Like, you ever heard a robber saying, we need to go after the passport? We got to go after the drawers. Let's search where we're going to get that passport and rip it apart, damn it. Like, you think I'm going to go, yo, not even the crackish thief will say, we need to get into this house. And we need to, you know what I'm saying? We need to go to that house and rob that dude before it goes go. That's Schofield. We gonna have to find that damn passport and rip that shit apart, right? You know what I'm saying? What thief have time to get a knife to rip a passport? Let me know, folks. For real. Yo, you know what? I gotta make a movie out of this. Like, not as a movie, but like a skit to this. What crackhead robber is going to go to a house, break in the house, yo, slashing tires? To be honest, that's some female shit that she get mad at her man and she want to rip his car apart. That's some female shit. Somebody pop my tires. Like, who got time to pop tires, bro? What man? Hey, yo, folks, what men you see even pop tires like that? Like, yo, that's what I mean. Like, for real. Like, it's just, yo, you gotta have a great imaginations to come up with lies like that. It's lies, okay? I don't give a damn. Hey, at one point, I want, this is what I want. Shout out to Mill City, because Mill City, he interviews them a lot. At one point, I want Mill City to be like this. Man, shut the fuck up already, bro. Let's talk about something else, all right? Like, shut the fuck up. Shut up, bro. That bullshit, bro. Because you know that Mill City's man laid back, right? Yeah. Hey, yo, brother, Mill City, man, just say it, man. Say it with your chest, man. Shut the fuck up with that shit. Who the hell pop your tires and break a damn? Shout out to Kid Austin, man. Man, but hey, man, it is what it is. But anyway, maybe that say everybody's leaving right now, man. That means that means they say yo, punch be out. we went from 80 to 31. I guess people went somewhere else. I guess, man. Kid Austin, dad tripping, Timothy. Yeah, they tripping. I guess somebody else went live and people say, yo, we out of here, punch. Sorry. Peace out. A lot of fighters had better get out of that mindset of asking for a ridiculous amount of money. Yeah. I mean, look, go ask for it. I'm not, go ask for it. I'm all cool. Ask for it. Abomination. I mean, yeah. Go ask for it. But that doesn't mean you're gonna get it. Hey, yo, check, and that's the reason why that's why I say earlier that us Americans, when it comes to we ungrateful just because we seen a Turki Alalshikh throwing all that money, all of a sudden we're like, oh, okay, give us $10 million because you giving $10 million out of shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That's like because in a club, because you pay $5 for a water bottle, and the grocery store finds out that you be paying $5 for the water bottle that really costs $1, right? That they're gonna charge you $5 too. Man, I saw you in the club the other day, and you bought that water bottle, that same water bottle, that spring water bottle for $5. So shit, I put it up for $5. You gotta pay $5 over here. Damn, it'll work. But anyway, man. Shout out to the real ones. But yeah, man, that's it. There was no more news after that, right? We got the oh, did you hear Clarissa Shields, bro? Did you hear what Clarissa Shields said? Let me take this thing out of the way. After we time, I gotta do a video about this. Here she goes again. Here she goes again. Here she goes again. Shanae Shields. Here she go again. I'll beat Rowley. I'm way taller than him, way longer than him, and got better skills. He can't beat me in a fight. Every time. Esta sucia. Every time, bro. Every time. She's so much of a turnoff, bro. Yo, I truly support women boxing. But it's the reason why I'm not even talking about the press conference that she had today. She's a turnoff, bro. She's just a complete turnoff. Huh? Why you ain't say that? Hey, yo, Shanae Jenkins. I'm sorry, Shanae Shields. Hold on. But when this guy, you ain't say that?
Oh.
That's what Rolly will do to you, Shanae Shields.
Yes. Oh.
Huh? That's what Shanae. Hey, yo, and this is what Shanae. This is what Rolly will do to Shanae Shields.
Yes. Oh.
And this is what Papoose is gonna do if Shanae Shields ever say something bad about Remy Ma.
You know me? Oh, shit!
Okay, I'm gonna go to the birthday party of my daughter. All right. Yo, don't be bad. Yo, stop being bad, yo, but stop being. Yo, QB with the $2 super chat. Yo, Clarissa Shields, aka Antonio Tomba with a wig. A-ball guy was the Dominicano, by the way. Hey, yo, that's Damn Dick. Yo, she said that she will beat Rolly. Hey, yo, Rolly will put you on your.
Yes. Oh.
You remember she got so tight? She said, if anybody put that video up, I'm going to sue you. Hey, yo, shout out to Papoose and Remy Martin and their beautiful daughter had a birthday party and stuff like that. And Papoose went to his wife's house to celebrate their daughter's birthday. And Clarissa Shields says, why I'm not invited? I'm not going. If I'm not invited, you ain't going to see Remy Martin and your daughter. And Papoose turned around and did like this.
You know me? Oh, shit!
Okay, I'm gonna go see my daughter, right? Cállate la maldita boca, estúpida. Ay. Shanae Shields. Hey, yo, baby, I'm gonna go to Remy's house and see my daughter. We're having a birthday party and stuff like that. So am I gonna go? I said, nah, you already know you ain't gonna go and shit like that. Well, I'm not gonna go. I'm gonna be your wife, right? We're gonna have a baby in 2026. Why can't I come? I'm gonna be your daughter's stepmother and stuff like that. And Papoose said, yo, chill, woman, you already know, man. My marriage is hot. Oh, you still married? Oh, that's your still wife. That's your wife still, right? That's your wife, right? I thought I was your wife. I got a tattoo, bamboos on my titty, motherfucker. And now I can't go to the fucking birthday party.
You know me? You know me?
Okay, Antonio Tavo with a wing, all right? I'm gonna see my wife, Remy Martin, and have a great day with my daughter, okay? Now you shut up and get prepared for the damn press conference where Crew de Jean, okay? I'll come back later. Yo, we bad out here, bro. We bad. Hey, yo, QB. Clarissa ain't going cause she can't walk in heels. Yo, what happened to the pictures? Man, that slap never gets old. I know, right? That was one of the best moments. Yo, I think most men, they're not going to admit it because they're trying to get brownie points with girls, right? But I'm going to tell you, like, hey, yo, if any female looking on right now, and the men, ask the men, that moment that went viral years ago, every man that dealt with ratchetness like that, we was all like this. Yes. All the men that have dealt with ratchetness like that. You know, when I see that woman that got slapped in the train, she remind me of Shanae Shields. Yo, if I see a video of Papoose doing that to Shanae Shields, yo, let me go, yes, Papoose. I don't care. Yo lo dije. I don't care. Christian Padilla in the building. I don't care. QB with the $2 super chat. Say, yo, when I saw that video, it gave me a quarter chub. Yo, when I'm telling you, bro, everybody applauded that man. I'm in New York City. I know. Yo, the 8-ball jacket dude was like yo, I'll put it like this. I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna give you another scenario. I'm gonna give you another scenario. And this is true story, right? So my old son, right? My old son, me and his mom, you know how it is, baby mama drama, stuff like that. You don't want to be with me, I'm taking you to court. Blah, blah, blah. We went to court, right? Child support, custody battle, throw esa vaina, right? And y'all know, if y'all ever been to child support, family court, stuff like that, you see that line, like from the entrance to around the corner. It is not fun. But I went through that. Right? And and this guy, right? There was a guy, and he like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck, this shorty and shit like that? Like, I ain't gonna, like, for real, she trying to keep me from my son. I'm dating my son all his life, shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So it's his turn. He goes first, right? Yo, he comes out with with his baby mom. Yo, I'm gonna tell you like this. And think about it. It's like 40 men, right? 40. There's like 4 in that floor. It's like 40, 50 men that is like really mad that we're in here, right? We're looking at the baby mama and stuff like that. Like, wow, the fuck. And you could hear certain fathers stories, right? Like, yo, for real, I'm here for my son, and this chick is taking me like every. So this guy comes out with his baby mama, like out. They was in court, and they come out. Yo, men, he beat the living crap out of his baby mama. He did it so fast. It looked like, my brother, it looked like it was Mike Tyson beating on Trevor Burbick, bro. It was like that, like quick. I think that he was a fighter. He looked like a UFC fighter or somebody. Yo, he did it so quick. And then the cops, the court cops, came to break it apart. He had her on the floor, bro. And they couldn't maintain him. He was still, while there was 5 dudes holding him back, 5 cops holding him back. He's young. You see the blood gushing out. I'm gonna tell you like this, ladies and gentlemen. Not one man in that courtroom, like in the court, outside of the courtroom, stood up to save that woman. when they carry that woman and that guy out, they put them on handcuffs. It was like 10 cops. 5 cops couldn't stop that dude. They put him on handcuffs. She was crying, all bloody. You couldn't even see her face and stuff like that. And the floor was gushy, right? They took her out. They put her on a wheelchair. Oh my God. She was like done. And when they went to the elevator, right? And the fathers, not the men, was looking at each other. And people had smile on their face. It was like we felt that he did that for all of us. He did what all of us was thinking at the same time. And I was like, yo, some dude across from me, he goes like this. He goes like this to me. He goes like, damn right. And I said, you know what I said to him? I said, I ain't said a word. I said, like we had that smirk on our face, like that's good for that woman. Eso está bueno. Like that was an inspiration that day. Yo, like he fought for us. It was like he fought for us. If any man in that room felt bad, like of their situation going into court, yo, men were laughing, bro. Most of the men was laughing, bro. Because that's the feeling that you get when that's the feeling that you get. Yo, Mayweather was the GOAT of his era. Crawford, the GOAT of this era. I'm not saying that Bud is not the GOAT of this era. What I'm saying is it doesn't have that feel. I don't know. It doesn't have that feel. I always thought that Bud Crawford was like a second tier superstar. You know what I'm saying? He's in that Bernard Hopkins tier. Like he's never been the Oscar de la Hoya, the Floyd Mayweather. He's in that. Floyd Mayweather is in that Shane Mosley, Bernard Hopkins tier superstar, in my opinion. We've seen Canelo lost before. While we glazing Bud, we wanted the boots, Fundura, Virgil, background Majamal, background fight. And I think that's what it is. Because we didn't ask for Bud versus Canelo. I don't think that everybody appreciates it. I think people appreciate the win and understand the magnitude of the win. But we can't appreciate something that we really didn't ask for, really didn't want. You know. Now we're looking at like Canelo, like that's why I feel like right now I think we enter into a new era in North America. I think the winner of Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur is the era. Is the era. If Teo beat Shakur, is the era of Teo. Put it this way, it's right now. It's gonna be is up for grabs right now. If it wasn't for that hiccup, of course, that a lot of people want to shame Teofimo Lopez with the George Camboso, this is not a Teofimo Lopez era. But I think this is going to be the victory that's really going to have him as the face of American boxing, of North America especially. Let me know if y'all agree or not. Do y'all believe that the winner of now that Bud Crawford is retired, Canelo Alvarez is not going to return to the ring in September. That's what Eddie Reynoso said. That's too long. I can't even think about Canelo Alvarez. Who is the face? Who you think is the face of North America? Shit, maybe even be fucking Jake Paul. But in terms of respectfully, who's the face? Who's the guy? Or is it up for grabs? Is it the winner of Shakur, of Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur? Is it that even the winner will have to face Devin Haney? Are there a lot of Tank fans that still think that this is the Tank, that Tank is the face? Who is the face now that Bud Crawford has retired? Who is the face? Teofimo Lopez manager in the interview, and y'all could go look it up. He said that the winner of this fight will be the pound for pound number one, will be the face. Do y'all agree? I got Teo beating Shakur, bro. Respectfully, though. I'm not saying that he's going to beat the crap out of him. I'm saying respectfully, Teofimo Lopez is going to show why he's that guy. 1GQ Will said, thanks for the gifted membership. Yeah, man. Shout out to Caesar, bro. Nah, damn sure not, Jake. He ain't no pro conversation. I think it's up for grabs. Yeah, I think it's fairly up. Yeah, let's make them a little work harder for it, right? Yeah, it's up for grabs. January 31st. January 31st. I think now this has up the value of this fight now. Truly. But anyway, man, I'm going to make some certain videos. Go check out the interviews, and shout out to the people that's been supporting the interviews out there. You know what I'm saying? I said to myself, you know what, man, I'm not going to do this media credentials. I don't get media credentials like that. But when I do get it, I do the sacrifice and I go to these events, you know, and I appreciate those that have shared the interviews and press the like button. And yo, I'm being honest, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's work out there. You know, it's work. You know, I had to park my SUV. I had to pay almost $60 just to park it right across the street from Madison Square Garden. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just letting y'all know that it's not free. It takes time, sacrifice, money to bring you these type of content. It's just not like heading to Madison Square Garden and everything, you know, there's gas, there's parking. And you know what I'm saying? You know, show love back to the independent work. You feel me? If you like the interview, leave a super thanks. If you love the content, become a member. The more I feel value, the more I sacrifice, and I've been putting in work. I got to the point where, like, you know what, damn, I don't think that people value it. So let me just stay home. Like, there's certain channels that they stay home, and a lot of people show them love. They don't even do the field work. You know what I'm saying? We do live, we do content every day for 7-8 years straight. Never took a day off. We go to fights. I go to fights. I do the media credentials. Show love. Do you value my work? Do you value my sacrifice? You know what I'm saying? You know, show. The more I'm putting out, show me if I could keep on, because that's like in life itself. The more that you feel appreciated, the more you give it. I give it more. I give more. I'm that type of person. I feel appreciated, man. I'm giving triple, double times more. If y'all appreciate the channel, y'all appreciate the sacrifice, y'all appreciate the delivery, y'all appreciate the entertainment, y'all appreciate the exclusiveness, smash that like button, bro. Support the channel. Become a member. Send a super thanks on those content. You feel me? Let me know that the work is valuable. You already know, man. Shout out to all the members. Krisha Padilla, Caesar, good looking now, man. Giving those gifts out. Appreciate that to the fullest. We back at it tomorrow, Wednesday. Let's go, baby. Shout out to Terence Crawford. Extraordinary career. Retired. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm gonna give it an 80% of optimistic that he's gonna stay retired. I think that this is a way that he could get more money. Hopefully he get that Canelo Alvarez rematch. I think that would be still a good fight in the 168-pound division, or get these catch weights with Boots Ennis or Virgil Ortiz or something like that. Think about it. Virgil Ortiz and Boots Ennis fight in March. I would like to see the winner fight Bud. I'd like to see a Jamel Charlo versus Bud. I would like to see those fights still. I think there's still fights. I think that Bud could give more, and I think that Bud truly could have the Bud Crawford era if he stays right now. His brand is all at the all-time high. He's in magazines. He's in 4 magazine, GQ magazine. Everywhere he goes, now finally he's getting his just due. He's getting his recognition. Why not keep that momentum for 2 to 3 years and see where it takes you? You know what I'm saying? I truly think that Bud Crawford, if he gets these type of fights, right, of Fundura, of the winner of Fundura and Thurman, the winner of Boots and Virgil, you know what I'm saying? A Jamal Charlo fight in 2 to 3 years. Remember, it only took Floyd Mayweather. Remember, 36 to 38 years old when he fought Manny Pacquiao, when he signed the Showtime deal. 36 to 38. That 2.5 year span. It took Floyd Mayweather from here already to sky's the limit. The richest athlete ever, bro. So I think Bud Crawford at 38 could do so much in 2 years by the time he hit 40, right? He's a gym rat. He's well conditioned. He never took a beating like that. No, he don't have a lot of wear and tear in terms of in the ring. Not talking about everybody got to wear and tear, you know, going to camp. You already have 40 plus fights. But I think that Bud could truly really have his Bud Crawford era. If he retires fully right now for good, he never had a Bud Crawford era. He had a Bud Crawford great victory, but never had an era. Let me know what y'all think. Subscribe to the channel, smash the like button. Love you. God bless, and on to the next.